Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about something that's probably more common than most people admit. Feeling like dating isn't just working. Maybe you've tried, maybe you've put in the effort, maybe you even got your hopes up a few times and then nothing. Or even worse, disappointment. And after a while it starts to feel like maybe it's just not going to happen for you. Maybe you even start to believe that love or relationships are only for other people, not for you. But I want to tell you something important right now. If you're feeling that way, you're not alone. And more importantly, this situation is not permanent. It can change. And yes, you can turn your dating life around. The truth is, many singles are not single by choice. They've tried, they've made an effort, but they feel stuck. They feel like they've hit a wall, and that feeling can be really painful, especially if you're serious about finding a real partner. But I want you to think about it this way. Any skill in life, whether it's learning to play an instrument, picking up a new language, or mastering a sport, comes with challenges. Nobody gets it perfect the first time, and dating is no different. Thinking about skiing, if someone puts on skis for the first time and expects to glide down a mountain without falling once, you'd probably think they are unrealistic, right? But when it comes to dating, so many people put that pressure on themselves. They think, if I don't get it right the first time, something must be wrong with me. But falling, getting back up, feeling frustrated, wondering what you're doing wrong, these are all parts of the process. They are normal. Everyone has gone through that. Even people in happy long-term relationships today had their fair share of awkward dates, heartbreaks, and confusion in the past. It's also important to realize this. You're not supposed to be right for everyone, and not everyone is right for you. That's just a fact. It doesn't mean you're flawed, and it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It simply means you're still learning how to recognize who is actually compatible with you and who isn't. And that takes time. It also takes a little self-awareness. One of the most helpful things you can do is start paying attention to how you feel, not just how other people see you. When you're younger, it's common to chase people who are seen as popular or attractive by others, right? But as you grow, you start realizing that what your friends like might be totally different from what makes you feel connected, excited, or at peace. And here is something else that might surprise you. Sometimes the advice you get from friends or family might actually be leading you in the wrong direction. Not on purpose, but just because they don't always know what's truly right for you. In fact, studies show that family members, especially parents, often approve partners based on what would raise their own social comfort level. For example, a mother might encourage her son to date a woman who seems financially stable or traditionally appropriate, even if that woman isn't who he's truly drawn to. It's unconscious, it's protective, but it's not always helpful, because if she were choosing for herself, she might go for someone completely different. That's why listening only to external opinions can leave you feeling confused or, worse, disconnected from your own feelings. What really changes things is when you start learning specific skills. Things like how to build genuine rapport with someone, how to communicate clearly and confidently, how to express your needs without sounding needy or aggressive. Even small things like improving your online dating profile can make a big difference. Sometimes it's not about changing who you are, it's about learning how to present who you are more effectively and how to recognize when someone is or isn't the right fit. You know, I've seen firsthand how just a few small adjustments can unlock big changes. You don't need a total transformation. Sometimes it's just about tightening a few screws like in an engine. One small bolt in the wrong place and the whole thing doesn't run. But if someone who knows where to look adjusts it, suddenly it works like it should. That's what dating coaching can feel like. And if you know that having the right person by your side will change your life, even emotionally, mentally, maybe even physically, it's worth giving yourself that chance. So if you're watching this and you've been feeling stuck, please don't tell yourself the story that it's not just going to happen for me. That's not the truth. The truth is you're learning, you're adjusting, and every step you take, even the frustrating ones, are getting you closer to the moment when it does work. Dating is a skill. And just like with any skill, the more open you are to learning, the more growth you will see. I want to remind you of this. You're not behind, you're not late, you're not too damaged or too awkward or too anything. You're exactly where you're supposed to be right now with the tools and experience that you have. And with the right support, with the right mindset and a little fine tuning, you absolutely can find someone who sees your value and wants to build something real with you. Thanks guys, and see you in the next one.